A string of problems with Boeing's 787 Dreamliner have become more of a nightmare for company officials. After being grounded for 4 months earlier this year, there have been 3 troubling incidents in just the past week involving Boeing's newest and largest passenger jet. Now the company is monitoring every single flight of its 150 Dreamliners from a special operations center, examining data to make the aircraft safer. LeBeau has more.
As more Boeing 787 Dreamliners enter service around the world, there are a number of questions about what kind of data and performance metrics Boeing and the airlines are hearing back from those planes as they're making those flights. Well, that's why we're here in the 787 Operations Control Center, where a half-dozen analysts are monitoring Dreamliner flights around the world 24/7. You see a number of the Dreamliners who are flying over in Europe right now, some more flights up here, but this is the most interesting chart in the room. Up here is every single Dreamliner that is flying, and it's color-coded in terms of whether or not there's a problem with that flight. Green means there's no problems, and most of the time there are green marks up here. If it's a red mark, it means that it could be a problem with the plane that might need maintenance. The whole idea behind this room is to have constant data and feedback from the planes coming in here for analysis. Now, there were 2 Dreamliner flights that were diverted last week due to an oil leak issue, and a number of people were wondering, did Boeing know immediately what the problem was? Well, turns out they did know, and they were in constant contact with the airlines when that issue came up.
Anytime you have a diversion or you have an air turn back, those are events that we look at very, very closely, very seriously. However, when you put it in context of a flying fleet, those kinds of things happen every day. They're all part of the system that makes aviation so safe.
Boeing says this center is the benchmark for future planes. The 737 MAX will have an operations center similar to this. This is how it's going to be in the future when it comes to commercial airplanes. Constant data from the plane to the staff down here to the airlines. From the 787 Operations Control Center, LeBeau, Nightly Business Report, Everett, Washington.